Hello and welcome to Barb Talks. Today we're in the late summer garden. The late summer garden kind of has a dry look about it, but there's also still some excitement when you take a look at those tomatoes. That's an heirloom tomato that was a volunteer in my garden that I just let grow, and it's looking really nice. I've got some zucchini, some baby zucchinis that are growing there. I think I've picked about 2 of them so far. Tomorrow I'm going to have a group that digs up plants and plants them in other people's yards that want free plants come by and dig up that gumi. That's a start that I wanted to get rid of. That's going to go tomorrow. Still have the sage going well. But this particular plant, this is the Honesty Lunaria annua. Basically, we saw it earlier in the spring where you could use the leaves for vegetable. But now these seeds can be used to make a mustard substitute that you can crush and mix with cold water. It's an old-fashioned garden plant, known more for its seeds than its flowers. And the little seed pods, when you just kind of gently take off the seeds, you have this, I call it a money plant, but I don't think it's officially a money plant, but it looks like silver coins. So as you take off the seeds, this whole plant will just look luminous with the silver coins. But what I'm hoping to do tomorrow, the same gentleman that's coming by to dig up the plants that I want to donate to his organization, hoping I can give these seeds to him as well so that other people can enjoy them. We have a few blueberries on the late summer blueberry plant. Though everything, even though I've been watering it, it just has that end of summer, just kind of, it's like going, okay, I'm done. There's yarrow that's finished up. I've been pruning and picking and giving away to various organizations my herbs. So this is probably the best the spearmint and lemon balm has looked. Usually I don't pick it so much, and then it's like really overgrown and sad looking, but it looks pretty good right now because I've been picking it and donating it. Sorrel, I've recently harvested a bunch and made some soups, so we still have the sorrel there. And we've got chives. I harvested those, they're growing back. Oh, but take a look at this. Late summer garden, and we have some leaves already turning on the black currant plant. Look at how beautiful those are. I'll be able to dry them and turn them into bookmarks. Of course, lots and lots of raspberries. I picked a bunch of them yesterday, so there's not as many ripe today. But look at those beautiful. Let me see if I can get in the sunshine. Just gorgeous leaves on the black currant. Got the berries, the raspberries, and the apple. I need to prune that back. I've already picked all the Winucci early apples, and I've already picked all of the Rescue and Orca pears. They came early this year, but I figured I might as well pick them when they're ripe and let them continue ripening inside. Here's the oregano that I've harvested back to donate, and here it's coming back already. That's the joy of the garden. It's like almost the more that you give, the more that you get back. And then the parking strip, I donated all of that. It'll grow back as oregano. See, it's already starting to grow back there. This is next year's, that Honesty Lunaria annua. It comes the first year it's in a little plant like that, and the second year it shoots up into its money pods. I'm not sure what that is. Something I planted and there it is. Parking strip as well as growing back its chocolate mint and lemon balm. And then tomorrow I hope to be able to give some of these seed pods as well of the Love in a Mist to Dan. I'll see if I can remember the name so that you can see the organization that is doing good work in the community of taking plants and volunteering to make people's backyards into food forests. the tree that I planted, that was planted here. The crepe myrtle seems to be doing pretty good, adjusting to its spot. I showed the fig tree earlier when it had its, I think they're called Breber figs, where they start, the last year's crop gets ripe. This year's crop is not quite ripe yet, but it'll be ripe here soon. And the various plants that I had here haven't seemed to do much. I think I have like one cherry tomato trying to make its stand there, and some other ones. I used to have a pear tree in this spot, and then it died out, so I grafted, or I had a friend graft the part of the pear tree that was still living onto my previous one. So I've got two pear trees in one. Let's take a look at the backyard. Thought I already picked all the aronia berries, but there's still a clump there I can take off. And in the late summer garden, looks like we're actually beginning to get a few leaves turning on the aronia bush as well. So it's like fall is not too far away when you start seeing the leaves turn. And this aronia bush gets really beautiful orange and red leaves in the fall. Or I should say the late summer. Having some beauty to look at. And our raspberries are going gangbusters. I picked a bunch of them yesterday, but there's still some today. Have you ever had one of these? These berries, let me show you. They're like a blonde, or they just come right off. They're so good. Very sweet. Sweeter than the red ones, I think. These are probably my favorites. Now I gotta eat it. Continuing in the garden. We had a little rain shower last night, so we still have some dew on the plants. This is the wood sorrel. Wood sorrel is a shade plant, and it prefers the dark shade. I think the lighter colored ones here in the front are because we had sun for the longest time. Of course, now the seasons are on the cusp of changing, so we're getting shade here again. Got the thimbleberry that's already borne its berries and now is starting to get that summer look, that end of the season look. Lilac tree, or I should say lilac bush, and the pineapple guava. We had a big freeze this last winter, and we didn't get really any fruit this year on the pineapple guava. So maybe next year I can show you what that looks like and tastes like. It's delicious. We got various herbs growing everywhere. The plantain and the lemon balm. Got a squash going here. Could be a nice big squash. The hand chair. Come out here and enjoy the backyard from that. Got roses. End of summer, we still have beautiful roses. This is a really nice cultivar. I don't know what kind it is. It was here when we moved in, but it has an amazing smell. Dan, who's going to be digging things up to give to other yards. There is a pawpaw. Got several pawpaw starts up here in the backyard that I'm ready to have them go to somebody else's yard. Here's a bigger pawpaw bush, pawpaw tree. Got a fennel seeds. Probably harvest those. And oh my gosh, end of summer, We've got just the beginnings of yellow on the persimmons. So we'll be picking persimmons here in no time at all. And we got the evergreen trees, the bay tree that got frozen last winter and kind of started dying back in places. But take a look what happened here. The big tree started dying back, so it started resprouting at the bottom with new growth. So even if this big tree dies at the top, I'm still going to have bay leaves, which I'm very happy about. A volunteer calendula. I can't remember what these are. They're volunteers as well. I guess that's the surprise of the garden, is that sometimes you don't know what something is, and so you let it grow to find out, and then there's a nice surprise. So we'll find out what that is. It's healthy, whatever it is. Raspberry that Dan's gonna dig up when he's here. Oh, and also I've got tons of goji berry starts. There's 2 there, and there's like about 4 or 5 behind the aronia bush. Like I said, it's not really tons. It's 4 or 5. Our berries, raspberries, goji berries. Those are good too. If you've never had a ripe goji berry, it's interesting to know that you can goji berry. They're actually vines. Goji berry vines are really easy to grow. I'm surprised more people don't have them in their yards because the fruit's so good. And then some more goji berry starts, and then there's some more goji berry starts back there. We got more mint growing. I have a handful of strawberries, but to tell you the truth, the squirrels get to them before I do. So I kind of use them as a way to keep the squirrels out of my raspberries by sacrificing some strawberries for them. Oh, yum. Here's another one of those that's just ready to be eaten. Thanks for enjoying the late summer garden with me, and thanks for watching Barb Talks.